Hey, fam. Sorry. What's going on, guys? Back here with another one-take iPhone video. Unfortunately, as many of you know, I just finished. I know I always talk with my hands, and people point it out all the time in the comments, but I am Italian. It is an Italian thing. Everybody in my family has always talked with their hands, and I've always mimicked it growing up, and now it's just a part of me, and now it's really bothering me now because I'm thinking about it too much. Anyways, I finished my finals, all my grades. I think I might have got straight A's this semester, so your boy's hopping back on the train. I'm adjusting now, being a civilian. I'm getting those study habits back. I keep also with this iPhone, I'm used to staring at like myself when I'm recording. You know, I make sure I don't look goofy. But now on the iPhone, I have to stare at the camera, which is actually off-center from the camera itself. What? Yeah, hold on, I'm making a video. Sorry, hold on, babe. And I can't do editing or anything because I can't. This is a one-taker because my fucking laptop, my new MacBook Pro that I invested in, you know, to make better quality videos, to get better editing software, it fucking took a shit on me. My display went black. I had to take it into the Apple store, and now they're going to have it for like a week. Luckily, it's still under warranty, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't think I did anything to break it. I literally took really good care of it. Now, back to the video. I always do these rants for some reason, but it gets me in like the zone. But the video today is going to be about what it's like being a veteran in today's day and age, you know? In 2016, the millennials. What it's like being a veteran now, going to college, adjusting to the civilian world, trying to get a job after the military, because I feel like I represent a pretty big group of people in the military right now. Middle class, you know, lower middle class, people that, you know, that lived, you know, like a good life. Everything was provided for you. You didn't really struggle. You know, you always had a roof over your head, food on the table, clothing, you know, gifts at Christmas. But it was still lower middle class, you know, it wasn't really extravagant. And you'll see a lot of those types of people in the military because, you know, obviously the parents can't afford to put their kids through college. And with tuition these days and everybody being scared of going into debt, and, you know, you don't want to start your life being $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in debt coming out of college, having to get student loans if, you know, your parents can't put you through. So that's why you see a lot of middle class people in the military to try to get that GI Bill, to utilize those benefits. That's why I joined. You know, I looked at the pros and cons. I was like, no, I don't want to go into debt, and I get to go to, you know, free college after I do my 5 years, and I get to learn a job for free and travel the world. Boom. That's why I joined, and it's paid off awesomely. I go to Cal Lutheran University. Awesome university. It's yellow ribbon school, so if you don't know what yellow ribbon is, you have to look into that. It's a private institution, so basically I have a set limit I can spend each year to go to private schools on the GI Bill. It's around like $20K, and Cal Lutheran is $40K a year. So it being a yellow ribbon school, Cal Lutheran matches the other $20K, so I don't have to pay anything. I get a housing stipend, and it's awesome. I don't have to worry about going into debt. I'm a veteran, which opens up more job opportunities for me. A lot of companies, you know, actually specifically hire veterans, also because it helps companies to get a tax break when they hire vets. So it's a pro bono. Good for me, good for you. But being a veteran now, like I said, coming from a middle class family, I was always taken care of, especially being Italian. My family always, you know, my grandparents, everybody was always making sure we were fed, you know, always feeding us the extra pasta, the extra Yankees, the extra raviolis, the homemade. My grandma makes some really good homemade meatballs and sausage and pasta. Oof. And lasagna. But anyways, oh shit, I lost my train of thought. No, come back to me. Come back to me. This is a one-taker. Alright, I'm sorry, I'm gaining my thoughts again. Alright, yeah, so like I was saying, being middle class and having everything provided for you, but not really living extravagantly, right? And then you go into the military right after high school, 18, 19, however old you are, And again, being in the military, everything's provided for you. You don't really have to make your own decisions. You don't really have to worry about a bunch of different things at once. You know, like it is when you're actually a civilian, when you're actually out in the adult world, working world, looking for a job, trying to juggle school, your VA benefits, dealing with, you know, if you have any VA disability ratings, trying to go to those appointments, trying to make sure, you know, you have enough money to pay rent when summer comes around and you're not in school on the GI Bill. Woo! Man, that's giving me anxiety just talking about all that shit. Man, I'm getting worked up over here, man. Fuck. Yeah, so anyways, there is a lot of pressures out there now being a veteran. Just for me, for example, the hardest part, I get this question a lot. I actually sat on a veteran panel at my university for the past 2 years, the past two semesters, the past 3 semesters. And the question that we get the most is, what's like the hardest part of transitioning for you now? What's the hardest part about transitioning? The freaking arm is getting sore holding this freaking phone out here. And I usually say the hardest part about transitioning is just trying to juggle all those choices now that I have to make on my own. You know, everything being provided for me until high school, and in the military, always being told what to do, where to go, and now being thrown out into the civilian world and having to, like I said, juggle GI Bill benefits, college, appointments, school work, working, you know, if you're in a relationship, pets, animals, you know, the whole spectrum. So that part was really hard for me, just to learning how to balance everything. Like I said, my grades really weren't the best my first semester, my first 2 semesters. But now that I'm getting reacclimated, getting my study habits back, getting back into the groove of being a student, you know, I think I got straight A's. So I know I got a couple A's so far. I'm waiting still on a couple classes back from the grades. But like I said, yeah, just juggling everything is going to be a learning curve for you when you get out. Having to deal with the VA is never fun when you get out and you're a veteran. And then, you know, your GI Bill benefits, making sure you get paid on time. And also, you know, you're used to getting a paycheck on the 1st and 15th, being in the military, however long you're in. And I can see how it can be scary. You know, like I had the best situation. When I got out, when I was 23, I was able to go back home and stay with my mom at her house in Orange County. And my stepdad for a little bit. I got to stay there for a couple months while I reacclimated. And I got, you know, my first civilian job. Which wasn't even a civilian job. I worked at the South Orange County Vet Center. So I still worked with military people. So I still wasn't even out in the civilian world yet. But anyways, yeah, I had the best scenario getting out. I got to stay at home, didn't really have to pay rent. I got to, you know, get reacclimated. And then I went out to university after the summer, after I had gotten out. So I had the best situation. I couldn't imagine having a family and having all that unknown and having to get out of the military and find a job, find a career, make sure you're getting paid, make sure your benefits aren't messed up. After you're used to getting the 1st and 15th paycheck, your family has free health care. You know, you don't have to worry about that stuff. But now you're out in the civilian world and all that's on you now. So I can see why a lot of people get trapped in the military and why you get a lot of salty ass E5s and E6s that have been in 10 plus years and fucking just shit on you, and that shit rolls downhill, and that's how you get a shitty chain of command. And that's how it happens, because you get those salty first classes and they don't, you know, they're stuck. They can't get out. They have to serve, you know, another 10 whatever years. They don't like their job, whatever. You meet some of those people when you're in, and it makes sense to me though. You know, if I had a family, if I didn't have the family support that I did, I'd probably re-enlist. You know, I tried to re-enlist. I wanted to cross-rate, but I couldn't cross-rate, so I was like, screw it. You know, I'm getting out, gonna go to school. But yeah, I think this is just a rant on all that. This is about almost 10 minutes. It feels in my head like I've been talking for like 30 minutes, but hopefully this video, you can get something out of it. I know it's a one-taker, and I drew a blank there in the middle of it for a little bit, but it happens. Like I said, my computer shit on me, so I can't edit or anything. I just have to do it all on my phone and upload it through YouTube Capture on the app. So I can't really do any cuts and all that. Whatever. It's fuck it. As always, social media and stuff below. Once I get my laptop back, hopefully in the next couple of days, then I'm gonna start pumping out a bunch of videos, day in the life vlogs, moto vlogs, military life before and after, a bunch of stuff I'm working on in the summer now that school is over. I have a little break, so I can add some more stuff on my plate, YouTube wise. But yeah, almost at 10,000 subscribers, which is a fucking crazy number. I never, like, this is crazy. How does 10, that's a huge number, 10,000. I don't know how it got this far, but it's fuck. I love making videos like this. I'm like really passionate about this stuff, and I kind of want to. I'm studying in school right now, with an emphasis in TV and film production, minoring in that. So it's a really big passion of mine. So, yep, that's that. I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye.